I know what many of us are thinking right now in this very moment as news is starting to unfold. We are in a recession. Well, this isn't really that surprising if you've really been paying attention and really been keeping up with what's going on in the economy, the stock market, all of that good stuff, interest rates. And it's easy to get sidetracked and start thinking about, oh my God, like the sky is falling and everything. But the truth is, as agents, practically the same amount of homes sell year after year after year, meaning homes are still going to sell. People are still going to get divorced. People are still going to die. People are still going to get job transfers. So number one, the fear mongering or this idea that, oh my God, like the sky is falling, we're doomed as agents. Not true. Is it going to get harder? Absolutely. And what I want to offer today are a couple of talking points that this morning, actually, I was on a mastermind call with agents that are part of my EXP family who do $50 million in production or more. There were about 50 of us or so on the call this morning. And shout outs to my buddy Kyle Whistle. He gave a couple of talking points here to chat with your clients about right now. If you are working with buyers right now, they might be scared, because what their payments look like 2 weeks ago or even a week ago, it's not what they look like right now or what their projected payments are going to be. And so what are some talking points that we can use right now to help assuage the concerns and the fears of the consumer? Because the truth is that most of these fears are predicated upon the media's interpretation of events. And so, number one, competition. Your clients are going to have less competition now than they've had in a long time. Your buyers, meaning your sellers, are going to have more competition than they've had in a long time. And so these are talking points for both your buyers and your sellers. For buyers, well, listen, yes, you are going to pay more interest rate, but instead of paying 5 to 10% over list price, you're paying 1% higher rate with less competition, but you might be able to get that $1 million home for $970 as opposed to like $1,050,000 or $1,070,000. The net effect, roughly the same when you start to do the math, when you start to do the numbers. So yes, the sky is falling, but not really, because the rates are going up. Okay, great. So payments are going to go up, but hey, I might be able to get a little bit better price on the home. So the net effect is going to be fairly equal. At least for the time being. Now, things can change, things are volatile, but that's number one. Number two, when we really think about the rates, the truth is that rates are temporary. You see that the Fed increased rates, I believe, 3/4 of a point earlier today. That's a lot. And there's speculation that they might go up even more. And we have to understand the root cause of this. It's to suppress inflation. Like there is a reason that this is happening. I'm not going to get into politics. I don't care if you think it's bad, good, whatever, but the truth is that it's happened. And so what are we going to do about it? Are we going to react in a fearful way? Or are we going to react and say, fuck the noise, I'm going to go sell a fuckload of real estate? For those of us in the latter category, help your clients understand that the spike in interest rate is temporary and rates are temporary. So they lock a home in today at a better price than they could have 3 months ago, truthfully. And they're locking in a rate that it can't go higher than that. But in 5 years, when the rates are lower, if the rates are lower, they can refinance out of that. So they've locked in a better price and can later on down the road lock in a better rate. You can't go back in 5 years from now. You can't go back to the seller and say, hey, could you spot me an extra $50K? You can't decrease the price of the home once you bought it, but you can decrease the rate. Come to think about it, I'd rather buy a home at a lower price with a higher rate than vice versa for that very reason. I've never thought about it like that until right now. Here's a bonus one for you. For all of us that are thinking, oh God, like the stock market this, and especially the clients. See, I'm in the Bay Area, I'm in Silicon Valley. Most of you watching are in Silicon Valley or in the Bay Area. Our clients have a ton of stock, and they are getting pounded right now. And they're using that stock primarily to buy property. So their thought process is, well, my down payment is crushed right now because the stock market has gone down so significantly. There's a really beautiful thing about real estate, and that's called leverage. And my buddy Ed Comiskey, dude, like Ed blew my mind. Ed blew my mind when he said this today. And I was like, you know what, Ed? You're right. He says, let's say, for example, your clients have taken a 20% hit in their stocks. And because of that, they liquidate, they're essentially going to lose 20%. And they're like, I'm going to wait for that to come back up another 20%. Well, right now, let's just play devil's advocate. Let's say that they're going to put 20% down on a $1 million home. So they take 20% on a $1 million home. That their down payment is $200,000. So 2 months ago, that was $240,000. Well, the home prices are also going down a little bit. Let's say that the home prices come down 10%. Okay, so that now it's 900K as opposed to $1 million. So when stocks go back up by 20% or by 10%, whatever they go up, you're only gonna get back that 40K. But when housing prices go back up by 10%, it goes up 100K. So essentially, by your clients not liquidating their stocks right now at a 20% discount, or 20% loss, they're effectively losing out on, in that scenario, $60,000. If you follow my math there, stocks pummel get pummeled by 20%, housing prices are coming down, or we can get a home for 10% less than we could, say, 3 to 6 months ago. When the stocks come back up and the housing prices come back up to where they were right now, or where they were 3 months ago, in that very example, that person has made $60,000 because they liquidated their stocks at a 20% discount. And the reason that is because there's leverage in real estate. There's no leveraging in the stock market, meaning you only make back that 40K when you liquidate your stocks, or you only make back that 40K if you hold onto the stocks. But if you liquidate it, you're making back $100,000 in that very example. When he put it like that, I was like, oh my God. It's brilliant thinking because it's absolutely true. And when you convey that to your client, if you can convey that to your client effectively, say, Mr. Buyer, I understand where you're coming from. Let me walk you through some basic math right now. You understand the concept of leverage in real estate. So your stocks took a 20% hit. Let's say we can get this home at a 10% discount. By the time this home comes back up to where it was before, you've made 10%. Here you've only saved 2. And so when they think about it like that you really start to bring back that motivation to the clientele, because in that very example, when you're able to effectively communicate to the client, they're gonna realize, oh my God, I'm dealing with somebody who's a professional and that really understands finance. The losers in this market are the ones that only know how to stick up a sign in the front yard and pray that someone else is gonna come sell it for them. The winners in this market are the ones who can think outside the box and truly become an advisor to the client. Help them think critically, help them bypass the disease that is American media, and help them realize the truth, which is the market's down right now, but in every down market, there's opportunity. And the winners are the ones who realize that. Last little bit for you here. Just how you have to be that for your client, someone needs to be that for you. Just how you are the voice of reason, the voice of calm, the voice of tranquility. Who's doing that for you right now? You are the average of the people you surround yourself with. And if you're not surrounding yourself with the people who are going to inspire you to persevere and tackle this market head on and say, I don't fucking care about the risk. I don't care about any of that shit. I'm gonna go out and sell a lot of homes. If you're not surrounding yourself with that, if you're not feeding your mind with that kind of positive reinforcement and that ecosystem that's going to allow you to thrive, you should rethink your strategy moving into the rest of 2022. Because in this market, there's plenty of opportunity if you know where to find it and you surround yourself with the people who are going to allow you the mental space to get it. This is Danny Gould, everyone, selling Silicon Valley. Stay legendary, everybody.